Hello and welcome. Today's stream will be, well, probably a shorter one. And basically, I want to see what kind of map I can create in Hammer in under 15 minutes. So really quickly, let me just go timer, or where would it be? Stopwatch, I think. Fuck. Okay. So let's do a new one, and I will give myself 15 minutes. Should be actually, let's do 10 minutes. Honestly, 10 minutes should be good. And let me really quickly just open up the stream manager on my second monitor. I think it'd be in YouTube Studio. There we go. Live control panel. Okay, let me make sure the audio is working just fine. Testing, testing. I think it'd be in YouTube Studio. Oh, I have the wrong output device set up. Testing, testing. Live control panel. Okay, let me make sure the audio is working just fine. Testing, testing. I'm waiting for it to get to the other part where I put up the wrong output device set up. Okay, testing, testing. Everything works just fine. Audio is okay. So let's go ahead and start the timer, and let's begin. I'm gonna put that on the other monitor actually. I guess I'll kind of just like update you guys as it goes along. Okay, so let's do a new map. Guess let's start by creating the skybox. I want it to be about that big, about that tall. Create object. Find no draw. Okay. Make hollow. Let's do a thickness of 2. And I don't think I have to do this, but I will do it. I'm gonna ungroup it because I feel like I had to do that before. So the thing that's nice about Hammer Plus Plus is with regular Hammer, I would not be able to see this right now because the render distance is really small. But Hammer Plus Plus is way more optimized for newer computers. Since Hammer was made very long ago. So was Hammer Plus Plus, honestly, but I guess they just know how to manage it better. Okay. Now let's make our actual map inside of this. There you go. I'm not being very professional right now, but that's fine. Looks very good to me. So let's go ahead and create it. Okay, let's make sure to apply no draw for the sake of optimization. Select it, make hollow to, boom, there you go. Okay, now this is my first time ever doing this, so this is going to be a little bit tough probably. But I'm going to try my best to make it circular. So let's start with our first cut. There are definitely better ways. Oopsies, I'm just cutting straight through it, aren't I? Yeah, I see, so I messed up. Okay. There you go. I have to cut through it while it's still solid, apparently. Oopsies. Okay, I made a little mistake there. Let me go ahead and reselect that. 1 second, guys. Okay. So now I'm going to try to do this as fast as possible since this is going to take a lot of time, honestly. Okay. Not sure I'm happy with how rounded it looks. There you go. That looks pretty good. Now let's get this edge too. pretty much what we're doing is trying to eliminate all the sharp edges. So, for example, like this, looking better, but I still want it to be more roundish. That's all right. Okay. There you go. Okay. Now the last little corner over here. All right. Now we have our big dome thing. I don't know what's gonna happen when we make it hollow. I guess I'm curious now. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought about what happened. So now we have our big circular dome thingy. Okay. How much time do we have left? We have 9. Oh goodness. Okay, I put it to a 10-hour timer. That's fine. We have 5 minutes left almost, so I gotta kind of hurry it up. Let's get rock. That looks fine. Never mind, that does not look fine. Okay, I guess this is just for now. Texture doesn't really matter until a while later. I guess I'm supposed to do the opposite, huh? Let's just do fit. Oh my goodness. It doesn't look terrible, but that's not bad. It's just gonna be low, very low resolution, which is gonna be tough. Okay, so let's go ahead and ungroup all of these things, and then reselect all of these alpha edges. There we go. And let's create a geometry of 4. Basically, this is gonna allow us to let me turn on my keylogger actually for whoever's watching this to kind of they want to follow along maybe. Okay, so forgot to select this piece right here. So I guess it's kind of just like undo for a while until they're both in the same group. Okay. You do a few more times. Or do a few more times rather. Okay, now we're good. Jeez. Did I really forget how to apply it? There we go, okay. So we just have to very carefully apply this everywhere and not missing a single square inch. Like we did earlier. Even though it's fine if we do. Shoot, we have like 3 minutes left, so I have to really hurry it up. Okay. Select it. Ungroup. Select all the surfaces. Making sure to include the smallest ones even. A little bit of overlapping is fine. Okay. Okay. Now we do displacement. Actually, sorry. I messed up. Okay, there you go. Reselect all. Select that one too. And then we do group. Now these are all considered one big mesh. Wait. Yes, just this wall is considered one big mesh. So now we're gonna go displacement. Create 4. Done. Now we have a slightly uneven displacement, but that's as expected, kind of. Let's go ahead and paint geometry. We're going to do face on the z-axis, I believe. Let me double check that really fast. Hold on. Paint geometry. Nope. Try y-axis. Nope. X-axis. Yep. Okay. Okay, well, hold on. I already messed up. All the walls should be selected right now, which is very frustrating because they're not. Oopsies. No. Okay. There we go. Displacement, paint geometry. There you go. Okay, the distance is definitely gonna have to get raised to like 50 or something. But make progress. Okay. Now basically we're just making the upper part of this wall. Oopsies, that's the wrong direction. Oops, that's not right. Okay. So I guess for this part we're just going to have to there you go, raise that a bit. Raise that. And add some texture down here too. Okay. I think what is subdivide normal? That's not right. Wait, actually, hold on. Yeah, that's not right. Um, let's see. Face. Okay, we have 40 seconds left. We're not going to finish it in time. So I will try my absolute best, but we will not definitely not finish this in time. Okay, maybe I should have done something simpler like a house, but anyways. Nah, that'd be lame. 20 seconds left. And some change. Let's just try to texture as much as we can with 10 seconds left. Okay. Let's do Z. Oopsies. Well, and we're done. Yeah, time. Okay, so technically we're out of time. This is what we were able to do in 10 minutes. We created our skybox and our basic room. So I'm pretty happy with it. Definitely could be better, but let's go ahead and render the world to see how it looks. Let me just apply the rock texture to this. As well as the ceiling. There you go. Okay, go ahead and run map. File name cavern. I don't really care the spelling honestly, but okay. So this is kind of going to be like a multi-stage thing. This is just for the first 10 minutes what I could achieve. But as I kind of, I'll do another 10 minutes and then this is kind of going to be like a multi-stream, I guess, world, you know? Okay, just one moment. Okay, sorry about that. So, I actually like how this is starting to look. Um, Obviously the texture is very low poly. And there are some little seams I'm not too happy about. Okay, again, all of these no draws will disappear eventually. Right now they're there because that's just how it is. But these no draws will disappear and they'll be seen as clear in the final render. Because this is only like a beta test, kind of. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer up again for another 10 minutes. Starting now. Okay. So let's not waste time like before. Let's get straight to it. Displacement. So, okay. Now it'll be a little bit more smooth, kind of. Well, maybe. Let's see. Nope. I messed it up even more. So it's not so that, actually. Select it. Paint geometry. Displacement. Paint geometry. Y-axis. Please, wrong. Okay. Try to kind of extend without making it look weird. Okay, so the mistake I made before is I did not make it, I did not add enough, like, I guess, lofts. You'll see what I'm saying in a second when I actually fix it. So, I want to add, like, big pieces of boulder just kind of sticking out because then I can actually build stuff on this later. Since that's kind of like the plan for this entire build. Add little holes, add little extending thingy majiggers, you know? Like that, like that, like that. Alright, there goes my alarm. Okay. So, let's go ahead and add another loft over here. Another thing for possible build in the future. Add a little boulder thingy. Add some more designing up here. Add some more ergodynamics, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So now let's go ahead and take a look at how it's coming along, and it's coming along pretty good. Okay. So let's go ahead and start working on, I guess, what we're gonna do with these big pieces over here. I think this is the piece I'm specifically looking at. No. Yes, right here. It's approximately here. So assuming this is a texture you can actually step on, let's go ahead and see, actually, because now I'm curious if you can. Kind of crop it to the, because right now I'm trying to add like a little supporting pillar or something, I don't know. Or like a little, I guess, a loft to climb up into the thing in the first place. There you go. Okay. So let's raise it a little bit higher. That's too high. That's good. Click create. Apply no draw. Let's give it like a wood texture. A wood texture would be nice. Actually, maybe more rugged wood because it's not like it's a fresh mine. That's not the proper wood we're looking for. There you go. That's more like it. And do fit to object. Make it just like slightly smaller in every way. There you go. That's good enough. Okay. Go ahead and make this hollow. Make hollow thickness 2. Ungroup. And now we have this big little area over here where you can go through. Okay. So let's go ahead and make a little hole in here for a door. Get a human for comparison over here. Pro tip, always have a little human for like approximate always have a player here so you can get an idea of where you're standing when you're actually in the game. So if you want to make a door size and you want to have this much clearance above your head when you're in Garry's mod or in whatever game, then use a player model so you can actually get that idea. There you go. Okay. Go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, nope, not select that. Yes, delete. Okay, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was, so I'm just going to select the whole entire thing and scale it down by like 10 times. That's about as small as I wanted it to be, like pretty small. Just big enough for someone to fit in there, barely. I mean, I guess I'm getting an idea of how big it is now, really. Okay. So, move the player model back in front where the door is. Get an idea. That is way too small. So let's go ahead and fix that. Well, I guess I gotta select one side at a time. 2, 3. Let's move back quite a few clicks. Like that should be good. Same thing over here. Approximately, that's decent, yeah. Okay. Now the inside texture stayed the same. The inside texture is perfect, actually. I got no problem with that. We'll add like the details later on because the textures look repetitive right now, but as we move on, we'll fix that repetitiveness. Okay. Now let's go ahead and add a little ladder in here. So there's the entrance. We have barely any clearance. I mean, you can see the amount of clearance we have, so we want the ladder to be pretty close to this thing for the sake of, well, I guess you could say effect. That's a nice little effect. Okay, and it should be just as tall as the building is. Nope, it's way taller. Oh my goodness, that's insanely tall. I guess I want it to go up to here probably. Let me just double check that. A little higher actually. See, this map is, I'm starting to realize this map is slightly too big. Fly, no draw. Okay, now you're gonna search up ladder. Let's go ahead and add a ladder to the scene. So now, when you climb on this, it will actually act as a ladder. If I could adjust climbing speed, that'd be useful, but I don't think I can. Okay, let's go ahead and add a block of something over here. Just like that. And like that. Never mind. That should be good, yep. And same thing over here, that's good, okay. Now we're going to do this. Click, create object. Fly, no draw. Now we're going to have to cut a little hole in it about the size of a human. So that 4 or 5, that's 4, okay. So 4 off like that, perfectly done. And then just about that big. A little bit bigger. Better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Now I can go ahead and select that middle one and click delete. There you go. We're getting somewhere now. The thing is, now we have a ladder here, but it's not actually a ladder in the real world. So we're just going to shift click this to make another copy. We're going to apply node draw and search up. Okay, we have ladder already. So metal ladder. This is a very simple texture to go off of. You want this to be flat against the wall. Oopsies. Let me redo that. You want to, okay, so basically you want to have that be flat against the wall and have this be 1 pixel out. So one more time, have this be flat against the wall. Usually you want this to be slightly larger in every way. That way you can actually climb it up. So let's go ahead. We actually have um, we're out of time actually. So let's go ahead and run the map one more time. And get an idea of how this looks. Go. Allow me to make sure that you guys can actually see this. Why did I say unmute? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, nice. You guys can see it. Okay. So here we have the inside, and the ladder is actually invisible still for some strange reason. I'm not quite sure why. I will have to figure that out, but let's just go ahead and ignore it for now. So this ladder is insanely big. But you can go up here, stay on the edge if you want to, kind of shoot whoever's down there. Let me just go back up really fast. Okay. Then you come up here, and here we have our room. I guess I forgot to apply a node draw texture to this. But that is too tall, so I will actually edit the height of it to be better. And I'll add some wooden platforms here, and that's how we're going to continue it on the... I wouldn't say the next tutorial, because I'm not really liking how this map is turning out. So before I end the stream... Yeah, did I delete it last second? I'm very much not sure. Let me go ahead and shrink this. Everything on it, shrink it pretty much. Okay. Make sure everything's selected. Everything is indeed selected. So I should be able, oh, it's this one too. Should be able to shrink it pretty easily. That should be good. Let me just double check. A little bit lower. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Okay. Now the door is too small, so I'll have to actually raise the door. That's much better. Again, I'm not quite sure why the ladder texture is not working, so I'm just going to remove it altogether. If it's not working, then there's no point in keeping it, since it will just look ugly. Okay, so how will we make the ladder? Well, I'm glad that no one asked, but it's a rhetorical question. Okay, so let's see here. So where you're gonna search up is prop. Oopsies. Oopsies, I don't know what I just did. Whoa. That's not supposed to happen. Prop. Static. Apply. Go to world model. Search up the ladder. find one that you like. I think this one looks quite nice, and it's perfectly tall for our build. So let's just go ahead and move it into our build. Okay. Like that. That's like almost perfect. Nah, it's not quite perfectly centered. That should be perfectly centered. So do that like what we did before. And hold on, I'm not quite done yet. There you go. Now the ladder should be fixed, and now this should be good. I don't know if you can actually fit a person in here still. That's like barely fitting a person in there. So let's fix that really fast by adding another like 2 inches or so. Let's go down a few levels. Perfect. Well, perfect. There you go. You want to give some room for these. Okay. Now we're going to make a cut right here in the wall. Make sure this is the right wall. Yes, it is. Okay. And add a little door. Like we did down there. Okay. And once we do this, our build is very much almost complete for now. Obviously not complete in general, in total, because it's a very, very massive map. And I still regret making it this big. But you get kind of the basic idea of how this is gonna go along. I'm also kind of learning here because I know all the basics, but there's still definitely some things that I could learn. But I'm just trying to pass down whatever I know to you guys. Because I know when I first started, I was very confused. I mean, the first map I made was 2 years ago, but I ran into so many errors that I couldn't even make it like start up at all, and I gave up because there was no YouTube tutorials. Um, and so hopefully with this, if I get a decent amount of subscribers, I will get recommended in more people's feeds. There you go. So you can see it. It's just kind of the wood blends in with it. As you can see, I'm climbing up it. You can actually hear the noise of me climbing it. Yeah. Why does it become? Oh, I see. Okay. So it only goes up to here, and then it just becomes invisible pretty much. I gotta stack one more on top of that. This is a very, very ugly build. But we covered some basic topics in this, so I'm pretty happy. That's the end of the stream because I have to do something at 3:30, which is in a few hours. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next stream, and I hope you guys learned something today. All right, bye-bye.